According to the Food Institute, increases in retail food costs compared to a year ago slowed considerably in the first 4 months of 2012, and in April were only 3.3% higher than the same month a year earlier. Now that's the lowest inflation rate for retail food since February of 2011, and an indication that retailers have slowed down passing on higher costs that they'd been absorbing prior to last summer. In December of 2011, retail prices were up 6% from a year earlier, as retailers passed along advances on a variety of products they had hesitated on doing so in most of 2010 and the first half of 2011 due to a lack of growth in consumer income and the fear of losing business to alternative retailers. Unfortunately, the slowdown in inflation also means that dollar sales increases for many retailers will not benefit from those higher prices in future months. A look at the first quarter results when the Lempert report continues.
Conagra Foods. With brands like these, we can't help but smile. Conagra Foods. Food you love.
In the first quarter, sales at the nation's grocery stores were up 4.8% to about $138 billion. But nearly 90% of that increase can be attributed to the accumulated 4.2% increase in prices during that same period. Thus far into 2012, the only major category seeing food price deflation, however, is fresh produce, for which the Consumer Price Index in April was down 4.1%. And while this is always a volatile market, this year has been greater than usual. For example, in April, fresh vegetable prices were 32% lower than a year earlier after being down 51% in February. Now, this is the largest year-over-year decline for any month since the government started keeping records back in 1948, according to the Food Institute researchers. In coming months, with record-high feed corn supplies on hand, corn prices are projected to fall about 1/3 from the current level. This will mean lower feed costs for pork and poultry producers as well. Meat prices could move lower, or at least increase less than anticipated as a result. Now, as food inflation might be ending, major questions are emerging. What's the outlook for food pricing in the medium term, 24 to 36 months? Will commodity cost declines ripple through manufacturer costs and then to retail? How will traditional supermarkets be impacted? The Food Institute will address these questions and more in an upcoming webinar to be held June 20th. A discussion on retailer strategies, specific actions at Walmart and others are taking, and the intended and unintended consequences of retailers' actions. Who's winning and who is losing? Log on to foodinstitute.com to register. The Lempert Report uploads right here 3 times a week with the information you need to stay ahead of the trends. For more, just visit thelempertreport.com.